Yeah, good morning. It's Dave Long here again in the factory from Dave Long Custom Lures. Yeah, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today. It's going to be a brand new pattern on a new lure. I don't think you guys have seen these lures before. They're called a Little John, and they're a medium diving crank with a fairly solid looking beak on them. Great for timber and rocks and that type of stuff. Yeah, I don't mind using these occasionally. I haven't used them a lot, but I have caught a couple of fish on them, especially the bass. They've got a rattle to them, and once you start retrieving these, they dig in deep. So they're a floating lure, so you can dig them in, then let them float, dig them in, let them float, that sort of stuff. Yeah, so anyway, we're going to paint that. We're going to paint it a new pattern called a Spotted Craw. Yeah, so we're going to be using a fair bit of stuff here. What I've done so far is I've put an undercoat on and top coat of white. So we're ready to go into our first detail work, which is going to be stenciling. I'm going to be using my craw stencil today. This one here, it's crayfish. It's a 2.5 inch. I don't really know which one I'm going to use. I'm sort of heading towards this one here, the top one, because it's got a few more dots on it and spots around under the eye there. But it still has to fit a little bit better on the lure. The lure's a little bit small, but anyway, we'll persevere and see what we can come up with. Yeah, so I'll get the black out. We're going to put black highlights on that. So I've already mixed my black just to save time. I'll just put that into the airbrush without making a mess. Yep, like that. And we'll just fine tune this. Whoop. That's pretty good. Okay, so here we go. We're going to put some on the eyes. As you can see now, the eye, it's a half moon eye. So what I'll have to do eventually when we put the eyes on, I'll have to cut one in half. It's a 6 mil eye, and I'll cut it in half so you can put one either side of the lure. And I'm going for blue today on the eyes. So anyway, we'll do the highlights. I love using these stencils. They're very handy. Seems to bring out the pattern the same on all lures, which is very helpful for me. There we go. I think that'll do. A bit hard to hold this on the smaller lures. I might have to. How do we do this? I'll do that. No, I can't do that. I'll just raise it up a bit. That might help. And around a bit. That's it. That's pretty good. Need to hold that down there. Anyway, that might work. what that looks like, eh? Alright, that's not too bad. It's sort of given the segmentation and a couple of big dots there, that's good. And what I might do is just to finish that off with some black dots under the gill there, or on the gill. If I can get it in there. I'll just use the dots on the same stencil. There you go. I've got a bit of a croaky voice today. That's alright, that's it. That's good, that's all we need. And I'll do the other side. And we'll go and do the back there. I might put black on the back because we're going to be using some candy orange grabber on the back and the detail work, so just about a dry. That's it. I'll just turn that over. Let's see what we've done there. Right. Turn that over. Right, so now I don't know why we didn't get that all in there. I was a bit off. I'll have to do the same on this one. That's it. Yeah, let's go. See what that looks like. Okay, that's not too bad. It's the same both sides. And do the eye, and we'll do the back. Now, because this lure is sort of flat on either side of its flanks, it's got a fairly square shoulders. Yeah, that's good. I might just put some dots on the gill there just to make sure that's the same. Use those bigger ones. There we are. There we go. Yeah, that's alright. A bit dominant, but that's not too bad. Okay. That's all we need there on the black, on the stencil work. Yeah, hopefully today I'll be able to get 2 videos in. It'll be just to do a little catch up on material. While I'm doing this, I'm cleaning out this black. I'll advertise and myself and just say if you like these videos, just like them and subscribe, because it'll all help and you'll get more value out of it. With them coming through periodically for you. Anyway, that's coming up okay. What we're going to do now is go over it with the grabber orange. Just get this cleaned out a bit. Yeah, I've used this lure occasionally up at the dams, and when all else fails, casting these into the weed areas tends to bring them out. And they hit it hard, you know. I love bass. When they strike, they strike. They're very territorial, aggressive fish. I guess they're only doing what they have to do to survive. But oh man, when they hit these lures, they hit them. Okay, so we've done that. We'll get the orange grabber in. I've mixed this previously. I hope I've got enough. Maybe use this on another lure. We'll just see if we've got enough. We might have to mix some more. Yeah, it doesn't look like much. I might mix another little batch because I've got a little bit of detail work on that one. Yeah, the beak on these, the bed is superb. It's a real tough little beak which takes the knocks, and that's really good around timber and rocks and that type of stuff. Okay. Not a bad colour, this one. The grabber orange. There we go. That might help. Okay, just make sure this is. Might just do the back first. Okay, so orange grabber over the black. Around the eyes too. That'll help highlight the blue eyes. Alright, that's not too bad. It's a little bit thin. I'll just go over the side there a bit. That's better. And I'll just go down on the segments. A little bit. I've got a dry tip there, I think. Better. It's drying up a fair bit. Go over the back a bit more. Yeah, that should do. There we go. And I'll dry that off. Let's clean this out first. It's amazing how little paint goes a long way. I really didn't have to mix that extra one that much. Anyway, that's life. What I need is another gun just to swap over and continue, but anyway, this is what I've got to put up with. It's not a major drama. There we go. These things are sent to try, so anyway, I'll dry that out with a bit of air. Go. Coming on. It's imperative that you don't dry the candy Craw with the heat. It won't like it. You might get all sorts of problems. Anyway, that's okay. That's enough for that. Just let it dry naturally now. Right here. Now, what we're going to put on now is I was going to put some moss, green moss, or moss green, sorry. Just splotch it around on the back there, on the shoulders. So just try that. A little bit thick, so that might help. Yeah, so this will be okay for those weedy areas. I just saw no problem there. Yeah, so I can go over that. Okay, so now I'm just going to get another little stencil, and we'll just do some mottling around on the shoulders there in the green moss. I don't want to put it on too dominant, just splash it on the edge of the shoulders there. that's not too bad. You can just see it sort of come through there. I'll just try it down here. It's a bit splashy, a bit too much air, I think. I'll have to correct that. That's better, too much air. Okay, we'll have to fix that up. That's better. And just a little one on the tail. If we can get in there, that might work. A bit too much. Might dry that off. I was going to use the toothbrush on this, but I found it just a little bit too tedious. That's better. That's much better. Alright, so we'll go over the other side. There we go. Just do the same. Might go right up on the shoulder here. That's it. Just a little bit of mottling. That's better. And on the tail, that's all. Oh, that's a bit heavy, but anyway. Okay, that's all right. That's okay. I'll just clean this up. Yeah, so that's coming up okay. It's got a dark back to it, which is good, and a little bit of orange on the flanks over the white and the white belly. I'll leave the white belly, and a few more detailed stuff on the gill there, but it's sort of trying to imitate a little bit of a craw here with the segmentation and so forth, which is my aim. Yeah, so I might just, I'm looking at that in all seriousness. I think that would be enough for me on this one. We might make a series of those just to change the colour. Like I've got other colours I could use there. Yeah, that's probably enough. Okay, so what I'll do now, we'll put those eyes on it, and I've got the blue eyes, there they are there. There are 6, the number 6, and they're everywhere. They're all over the joint here. So I'll just get one off, we'll cut it in half. There we go. Bit of a mess that is. I'll have to cut this in half. You know, the blade's a bit wriggly. I'll see if I can get it halfway. it. It's a bit tight. I did one the other day and it was a lot easier than this, but it's probably, we'll glue them on anyway, so let's see if I can break that in half. There you go, finally. Oh well. Okay, so now we'll just glue that in. Just a little bit, I don't want too much. Now we'll just put that eye. There, the blue eye. It's a half moon eye. You might be able to see a bit better there. Yeah. A bit more glue on this one. Don't want to put too much glue on. Anyway, it gets a bit messy otherwise. And we'll just that's around the wrong way, but anyway, that's better. There we go. Okay, so we've got blue eyes, and once we epoxy all that, those eyes will smooth out, especially on the top edge there where I cut it, and they'll come up all the way. Now, that's probably, I'll just see if I can bring it up to the camera here and so you can see it. There we go. There, so Spotted Craw. I don't mind that one. It's going to have its place. I'll take this. I've still got the white belly, and that's good. So it's not a dominant dark lure, but it's got that colour. It's got the dark back. That's good. And blue eyes. Okay, I don't mind that one at all. We'll give that a go. I'll give anything a go as long as it works. And what I'll do, I'll sign that and put a coat on it, and we'll show you later on what it looks like. I've got a couple of others that I've actually epoxied this morning, so I'll show you those, and I've also got to show you the first ones I did in the sunlight, and show you those in the sunlight outside the shed, the factory here, so that'll give you a better idea what they'll look like in the water, you know. But anyway, that's that is the Spotted Craw. And we might do that in a different colour later on. Anyway, we'll have a look at that. And I hope you've enjoyed it. It's just a little bit of muck around with something new. And have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Okay, bye.